All right, man. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is. So look, man. Rory and Mal, I spoke about this on the other channel, but there's another part where they go a little bit deeper into the conversation about Drake's lawsuit. And I didn't cover this part. So we're going to talk about that. Yeah, so let's get to it, man. Torture Talk After Hours. Let's go. All right, man. This comes courtesy of Damn D. Shout out to him. Let's get it.
We haven't heard the last of this lawsuit with Drake versus UMG.
Peach, let's stir up the internet. Put the Rocky theme behind everything Mo just said. Maybe Eye of the Tiger. Yeah, put something behind.
Eye of the Tiger is funny.
No, it's just, but honestly, like you gotta, because we just know how things go. Like people hear dismiss and they think that's it. We'll never hear about this again. It's over. People say, yo, Drake lost the black way and the white way.
It was funny.
Like, no, it's half over. But in having a real conversation.
Yeah. He don't like Joe Buttons. Joe Buttons said that. Now, I know Joe Buttons didn't write it, but he said that that's what people were saying on the internet. And I'm sure he's seen Joe say that. But, for them to keep this going, I think it's kind of telling on their part. It's like, okay, dog, you really out here believe that this lawsuit is going to continue on. And I got another clip about this lawsuit coming up. But it's just crazy to me how you could y'all think that this is going to keep on going. It's not going to keep going, dog. Like, just take your L and move on, man. I don't understand why.
Yeah. Do people think that this is actually over?
I think people just like to just make jokes. I think
that too.
I also think,
but again, away from the jokes,
especially on Twitter, even Drake at his peak, like love to just shit on Drake.
No.
Like
that goes without saying. We know that.
I think most people outside of that.
I don't think that that's the case all the time. I think Drake sets himself up for this. For y'all to sit here and say that you believe that this is basically Drake's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not Drake's fault. This is basically the fans' fault because the fans like to shit on Drake. Nah, I don't think that that's the case. I think that people know that Drake out here clowning himself and he doing things that makes him look like a clown. We already know that Drake doesn't know. He's not really a part of the inner workings of the culture. So a lot of stuff he thinks it is the way it is, but it's really not that way. If that makes sense. Like he looks at a lot of stuff that he's seen probably on TV or whatever, or he thought that he knew, and it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different.
Weird section of Twitter. Most people just want to get some jokes off and move on with their life. Like they don't care that much. That's really
right. But the person that does care is obviously not done with this case.
Before we get to voicemails, I will say, as somebody that's never been in Drake's position, is way broker, has no idea what it's like to be him. I will give my Monday morning quarterback advice. There has to be a red button on Iceman, or you're going to look kind of nuts. Because we thought the red button was coming with Family Matters, which I think was an incredible diss record. But the Day Free Kid thing was not a red button that made all of us go, holy shit. Then we thought, all right, maybe the red button is everything he's going to reveal in this case.
I notice about Rory, he always looking for validation. Like, he does this a lot. Like, it's kind of like he want to make sure he cover all the bases and he don't want to offend nobody. Now, for some people, that's a good thing. But for me, some things you don't really have to say. Why do you need to say Family Matters was a great diss record? You don't really need to say that. Like, you said that a million times already. Everybody knows that it was a great diss record. Why do you have to feel as though you have to kind of reiterate that? Oh yeah, Family Matters was a great diss record, by the way. Just to show Drake like, nah, bro, stick in there. We got you. Stick in there. Like, nah, bro, cut it out.
UMG. Now that has been dismissed, of course, there'll be an appeal. At this point, get into Mean Girls and just air out your burn book, bro. Like, there's got to be a red button on Iceman now. We have yet to see a real red button, in my opinion, when Drake has referred to this red button since Scary Hours 3 or whatever it was. There's got to be a red button on Iceman. You got to say some shit that makes us go, oh my fucking God. Because there wasn't much revealed in that case the way I thought it would have been. And the Day Free shit wasn't that crazy. Man, it didn't land the way I think he thought it was going to land, which is cool. But there's got to be a red button, though. Like, where's the red button?
Don't listen to Rory. Go away for a while and let them people forget about a red button about this fucking lawsuit, because everybody wants to move on from everything anyway.
Wait. You think he's running around with fucking Pinocchio in Amsterdam? Like, this is not going away.
No, I'm not saying what I think he's going to do. You're Monday morning quarterback and I'm doing the same. This is what you should do.
Nah.
Go away and come back with some fire music. Just go away.
Wait, what? Yo, sometimes people be saying things that they don't even realize what they be saying. Like, listen to what she just said. She said, don't listen to Rory. Go away for a little while. And then he says, he's running around with Pinocchio. That you say, well, I'm not saying what he should do. I'm telling him what he should do. Because you're a Monday morning quarterback. I'm saying that, he should do this. Well, you just told him what he should do. Like, I don't know. Maybe I missed it. Let me watch it again. Maybe let's see if I can get some clarity out of
Pinocchio in Amsterdam. Like, this is not going away.
No, I'm not saying what I think he's going to do. You're Monday morning quarterback, and I'm doing the same. This is what you should do.
No.
Go away.
Okay,
And come back with some fire.
Okay, I get what she's saying. So she basically saying, she not saying what he should do. She basically saying what she think he should do. So there's a clear difference.
Just go away.
What's that shit at point of no return when you're in a helicopter and like, yo, we have enough fuel. Like we've already reached. We
can't go back. We
have
go
committed
forward,
to this.
we
You
can't
can't
go
go
back.
back.
Yeah.
Point of no return here. No, he can't disappear. I think we get Iceman this year, in my opinion. But like he did the streams, now let's triple down. As Marlo said, do it or don't. But I got shit to do. So do it.
I'll just smile. I'm sit here and just.
So, Marl, if he loses the appeal, then what's your stance if he loses the appeal?
My stance as far as what?
Because you're saying like this is not over, this is over. So this is not over. When do you think it'll be over? Like if he loses the appeal, is it over then?
I think it's over when Drake says it's over. Again, I don't know. I don't.
Yo, this dude, bro. I swear, bro. Just concede, bro. I gotta respect the resiliency of Drake and his fans, bro. You just gotta concede. What do you mean it's over when he says it's over? How does that even make sense? I don't understand it. It's over when he says it's over? How does that make sense? He already lost in the case. Bro, let's be honest. Drake got finessed by his lawyers. Let's be honest. Even y'all Drake fans gotta admit that. Let's be honest. He got finessed by his lawyers. That's just that. You know what I'm saying? He got finessed. I don't understand why y'all just don't want to admit it.
Have the information of his team, his lawyers. I don't have that information, but I do know. I'm just looking at it, and if somebody is standing on business versus UMG the way he is, I think it's safe to say he has information none of us has. Like you don't just stand on that. It's not just you don't just stand on business if you feel like there's nothing to stand on. He's standing where he's standing for a reason.
And you think the information that he has to do with maybe possible communications between whatever he hasn't been able to access in full discovery. You think that is the information that he has?
I think that he has information where his lawyers are not backing down. Now, again, this is UMG. So first of all, for an artist to be in this position to even have this type of moment with UMG speaks volumes. Like this is not, this is Universal Music Group we're talking about. So this is big in just the fact of who's in court here. But when you see an artist of Drake's caliber standing on what he's standing on, I mean, again, people like to say this has nothing to do.
The delusion is insane. Sorry that my mood is like, I'm still, dang, man, I can't believe D'Angelo passed away. But the delusional.
Oh, yeah, man. I meant to talk about that. Brown Sugar, D'Angelo passed away. Rest in peace to that man. And hope his family is doing well. People were saying he was battling cancer. I know that's a tough fight. But he gave us something great. One of the godfathers of neo soul. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was from Philly. I'm not sure. But yeah, man. Rest in peace to him.
That the delusion that Mal possess, that Mal has is just, it should be studied. It should be studied, man. Like he don't give up. He don't give up.
Do with the Kendrick Lamar shit. Kendrick Lamar's not going to court here. This has everything to do with the business side and what the moves and the tactics that Universal pull behind the scenes to kind of undermine their top artists in the middle of what is a renegotiation. So you're trying to devalue my brand.
Yeah, it's one thing I notice about these dudes. They're looking for any reason to try to justify this lawsuit. He's trying to connect these things that he don't even know if this is actually true or not. All of what he's saying is speculation. He have no evidence of any of this. He's just speculating. Everything he just said is speculation. What we do know on the surface is Drake sued. He tried to sue by saying that they did that. But he had no proof of them doing that. He had no proof. So how is he repeating something that Drake had no proof? If there was proof, and on top of that, you're using the lyrics in the song. You ain't saying that behind the scenes that Kendrick and UMG made some deal. You know what I'm saying? He don't have none of that. But the crazy thing is, he's using the lyrics in the case. Well, he was using the lyrics in the case. You know what I'm saying? But what Maul is not saying is, it was a battle. Hyperbole. You say something, I say something. You say something, I say something. It was a give and take back and forth. He's not saying that. He's basically saying that UMG took Not Like Us, put it on a platform, and devalued Drake so they can give him less money to re-sign him, which is insane. That's insane to do. To even think that, it's insane. Why would they do that? Why would to give him less money? That means that if that's the case, then Drake could not sign with them and go somewhere else. Like, all of this stuff is just speculation.
And then trying to renegotiate, because y'all know that I know what I'm worth. I know how much money I've generated for UMG over the last 15 years. And y'all know what I'm getting ready to ask for. So it would behoove them to kind of like, let's kind of like send a missile with this guy so we can kind of like put him in a position where he has to take what we offer. And if, again, this is just me guessing, but looking at it, I don't see nobody standing on business.
You see what I mean? He just admitted that. But see, there's this thing you got to understand. We living in an age of impulses and instant gratification. Most people get online and they say these dumb things or they give dumb takes. People don't like to do no type of research. They don't want to look up nothing. So they take what he say, even though he admits that he don't really know, it's a guess. They take that as serious or gospel. And we have reached a point where everybody are listening to people off of just impulse. Nobody's listening to anybody on a level of higher than them when it comes to knowing something. Because if the more you know, the ignorant people think you are towards them. And they be like, oh man, I don't want to hear that. He just think he's smarter than everybody. It's like, well, bro, this is what happened. So you got a lot of people out here who get all their information from instant gratification, like TikTok, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, all of these. And he's one of those people that put stuff out like this. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm going to tell you what I believe in, and what I believe is rooted in facts. Like, what? Listen, I bet you he'd do that.
Or standing on what they're standing on, like Drake is doing. To kind of like, let's kind of like send a missile with this guy so we can kind of like put him in a position where he has to take what we offer. And if, again, this is just me guessing, but looking at it, I don't see nobody standing on business or standing on what they're standing on like Drake is doing if they feel like there's nothing to stand on. Like this is just some shit he's pulling out of the sky. His team and his lawyers, he is who he is because he has made the right moves throughout his career. He has the right people in his corner. He has the legal team. He has all these things aligned that make him one of the most successful artists of all time.
Lord,
so yeah, he's in battle with his court. I mean, against his.
That just proved my point. He literally just said he don't know what's going on. But then he proceeded to say all of these factual things that supports him not knowing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, is this an educated guess? It's like, no, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, he's putting out, this is borderline propaganda in a way to me. Because what he's doing is he putting out his opinion, but he's basically openly saying, I don't really know what's going on. This is just my guess. But at the same time, he's diluting, or he's kind of like crossing it with facts. It's like, wait a minute, dog. What are you talking about? Like, what are you really saying? You know what I'm saying? Either you do or you don't. You don't know. Like me personally, you giving an opinion about something that you have no facts on. I just don't think that you should give an opinion on something you don't have no facts on. Like, and not in the context of you giving an opinion on a fact. More like I'm giving an opinion, just an opinion about it. But when you say, you for sure saying that they're devaluing him, I think that that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is what Drake believes in, all of these moves that he has done. You basically saying, well, Drake knows that they're devaluing him because he been doing this and he got a great team of lawyers around him. Like, I don't agree with that.
Record label in court. Obviously, there's relationships. You know, we don't got to get into who may know who at what courthouse and things like that favors may be called in. We don't know.
So that was.
Oh, Lord, man. Just take the L, bro.
And then he proceeds by saying that the courthouse, someone probably called in and they did a favor to dismiss. That's basically what he's alluding to. Again, this is borderline propaganda. This is what propaganda is. I'm going to give you something where I know that it might not be true, but it is true, or it might not be true, but you can't say, because it's my opinion. So you can't say that I'm wrong, but I'm going to give you something that I think could be true. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird to me. It's weird.
Take the L.
Where I originally thought you were going to go with this argument.
But is it not a thought? Is it not
with what you're saying? Like, all right, yeah, if he has all this information, why wasn't it revealed? Like, it should have been put in this case if he has some stuff that none of us know as lawyers have. Like, I agree. I don't think he is wrong about how he viewed that. I'm sure, yes, UMG did that to Drake in negotiations. We've been talking about this for God knows how long. But if he has all this info that we don't know about, why the fuck didn't he say it in the first case? Like, where is all
bro,
that stuff?
I don't know everything that his lawyers has presented. I don't know how far they've gotten in it. All I know is if you see somebody adamant as Drake is right now, there's a reason. If you feel like this is all like, all right, I lost.
No, bro, this has nothing to do with being. If he's adamant, that doesn't mean, bro. There's a such thing as a sore loser or someone who can't take a loss. There's literally studies of people can't take in losses and they doing something to people, bro. People lose their job and they go and back to the job and do something to people. That does happen. You can't. He's not just you're saying he's adamant about. Oh no, it's got to be something there. Because he's adamant about it. Well, maybe what if there's not something there? Maybe something's mentally wrong with him. You ever thought of that? Maybe he's been coddled all his career that finally he doing something by himself and he can't believe that all of the things that he had done to other people was being done to him. Maybe that's what it is.
Then I'm sure he would bow out. If he's not bowing out, you can't be like, nah, bow out, you lost back. There's a reason he's not. I'm just telling people to speak to that part. Like, yo, damn, like, I ain't gonna lie. Son's standing on business, though. Like, he not just going away. There's a reason for that. What I'm saying.
Well, I've seen some of the rhetoric. I agree with what you're saying. I've seen some of the rhetoric that he might not be backing down because it's an ego thing, right? Like, I have to prove that something was done. If I don't prove that something was done and I just lost just because I lost, like, I don't like that. Like, something has to be done about this. Like, that's what I'm saying in our business. Like, that's something.
So you think that he's...
It's not what I think. I am providing narratives of what other people have.
So you're saying other people may think that he's not backing down because he doesn't want to bow out to save face, basically.
That's my point. What she just did is exactly what I was saying about that's how it should be. He's giving his opinion as if he knows something and trying to say, well, I really don't. She's saying, I just heard this and this is what it is. It's a big difference. And what she just did is exactly what I was saying, what he does. And she corrected him. And that was good, what she just did.
Yes.
No, I don't think this is that. I don't think this is that. I think this is pure. So you think that he's...
It's not what I think. I am providing narratives of what other people have.
So you're saying other people may think that he's not backing down because he doesn't want to bow out to save face, basically.
Yes.
No, I don't think this is that. I don't think this is that. I think this is purely like, no, y'all got to pay for what y'all did. Like, I know what y'all did and y'all know what y'all did. So y'all got to pay for that. I think that is something that, regardless of where you stand on the battle or who you like more, I think that there's something that everybody has to look at. Like, damn, what he's doing that takes a lot. Like, this is universal music. Like, this is,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Nah, bro. You're not going to get people to give Drake credit for something he did as well. Like, you're trying to say, well, what you should be doing is you should be looking at it from this point of view. He took on the music industry, bro. And since he took on the music industry, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give him props for that. Like, for real. Like, y'all trying to get a win no matter what. No, he doesn't get any props for trying to sue the music industry over a diss track, bro. That's just what it is. Whether you try to say, oh, they devalued him, he took them to court over a song that was dissing him, bro. Whether it was a devalue or not. I'll put it to you like this. He didn't have to do that because he wasn't devalued. And you don't know his contract. You don't know his case. You don't know nothing behind the scenes what's going on. And the crazy thing is, why hasn't he told you? That ain't nothing. He could just say, yo, bro, I know my reason why I'm doing this because of this. You say y'all friends, y'all cool. Why he ain't tell you?
For artists to be in this type of situation with a company as big as Universal, you got to salute that artist. Like, because a lot of people, first of all, don't even have the leverage to do that, to do what he's doing.
So I'll ask you more questions and then we'll move on to voicemail. If you are UMG, right, and this is May of 2024, what do you think is the correct way to go about Kendrick wanting to release this song that doesn't end up with you being sued in the future?
What do I think is the best way the Universal go?
What do you think Universal should have done that would have not made them end up sued? What way could they have handled Kendrick coming with this song and releasing the song?
Same way they did. Is it sample free? Have a blast.
And I guess that's what I'm asking. Like, how do you avoid this lawsuit? Do you go to Kendrick Lamar and say, you call Drake a pedophile in this song, you can't put it out? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Again, because I'm not sure everything, again, that Universal did, but I would definitely make sure that we're not funding this song that is calling our top artist something that we believe he's not, something that may hurt our top priority at our label. I wouldn't get behind it and fund it and try to amplify that message. If it's a battle,
There it go right there. There it is. He just admitted it right there. This is what I was talking about preferential treatment. That right there is the reason why he could never be a record exec. He could never be in charge of nothing. In the middle of a battle, this is what Drake has been doing all his whole entire career. He just admitted it. This is what he's been doing his whole career. His whole career is what he's been doing. What he's been doing is blocking people from saying things about him and talking about him. This is exactly what he's been doing. And he just admitted it right there. If I'm UMG, I won't let no artist talk about my top artists. No artist. I would never let that happen. This is exactly what he means. And he knows that. This is why I said that's why Drake is acting the way he's acting. That's why. Because he never been treated like that. And he just admitted that's exactly how they were treating him. Listen to this again.
Calling our top artist something that, again, because I'm not sure everything, again, that Universal did, but I would definitely make sure that we're not funding this song that is calling our top artist something that we believe he's not, something that may hurt our top priority at our label. I wouldn't get behind it and fund it and try to amplify that message. If it's a battle, it's a battle. We can't stop an artist from saying something about another artist, but I wouldn't then use the company that this artist has basically, carried the last however many years and fund that type of message. I wouldn't jump behind it and promote that and put all the entire building behind that message. If I'm the CEO of that label, I wouldn't do that. Just because it's a level of,
why not?
I think, loyalty that we owe this artist. Like he's the biggest artist.
Loyalty in the music business.
That's what I was saying. I just told you. He just admitted what Drake does. He just admitted. This is exactly the thinking that Drake has right here. He just admitted it, bro. He just exposed Drake. He literally just exposed Drake, bro. And he probably didn't even realize it. He talked too much. He just exposed him. Maul has exposed Drake and he didn't even know he just did. That's crazy, bro. You basically saying that the top priority at the record label is Drake and you won't let no other artist talk crazy about him, even though he's talking crazy about other artists. So he didn't say nothing about, well, I would tell Drake to slow down the rhetoric too. He didn't say that.
Do you know how delusional this nigga sound? Loyalty in the music business, the most corrupt, demonic, evil-spirited genres, profession in the world. Loyalty in the music business. Man, boy, I don't know what world this nigga living in, but all right.
It's one of the biggest artists in the world. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean? That's not a surprise to anybody. Like,
so,
you owe him some type of, he's generated billions of dollars for this company.
Okay, so, and that's where, I guess that's the question I have for you, because you're mentioning loyalty from a company that, as you just described, this is UMG, this is Universal Music Group.
Exactly.
Loyalty, no one is bigger than the program. Are you see what I'm saying? Like, this is UMG. And respect to everything that Drake has done for UMG. He's priceless to them, right? But at the same time, this is a company. This isn't a person. This is a fucking entity.
And also, UMG is like what, 3% of the revenue of Universal?
Yeah.
Like UMG Music?
Yeah.
Like 3%?
Yeah, it's not that much.
Their bottom line, like, yeah, of course, Taylor and Drake are that, but.
So that's what I guess what I'm saying is, because a big company is broken down into little rooms, right? So the CEO.
See, I didn't know that. That's very important. That's very important. But I guess it doesn't matter how much percentage UMG is to Universal Corporation, because if Drake is the shareholder or the beneficiary over there, he brings the most revenue. I guess it doesn't matter if it's 3%, 1%, 20%, 100%. It don't matter if he's let's say out of 3%, if he's 60 of that 3%, then it still would be the same. You know what I'm saying? So, but.
Of UMG probably did not make the decision to put money behind a Kendrick Lamar bop. You think the CEO made that decision?
I think
Somebody, if it wasn't him, somebody that works for him did.
I think Sir Lucian Grange is capable of anything.
Yes. Yes. But I just feel
I didn't say bad or good. I just think he's capable of anything.
I do too.
so what I'm saying is, if Not Like Us was a song that was taken off by Kendrick Lamar, taking off like it was, right, when it was released, and it was not a Drake diss, money would have gotten put behind it.
I also don't think there was a huge plot. I think they capitalized on a moment that worked out conveniently for the timing that was the negotiation with Drake.
It's a lot of convenience, isn't there?
I mean,
This has nothing to do with anything, though. It really doesn't. What he's trying to discuss has nothing to do with anything right now. So, but if y'all want to finish watching the rest, go on Damn D's channel or go on Rory Mal's channel. But I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, he definitely did expose Drake. And this is exactly how everybody feels, like how Drake feels. And I can understand why he said all this, because this is exactly how he feels. He feels that they shouldn't have never did that to him because Drake is their cash cow. So, but thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Torture Talk After Hours. See y'all. Peace. Bye.